Tabii, işte yeni bir masal.
The Brave Little Squirrel and the Stormy Night. In a lush forest surrounded by towering trees and sparkling streams, there lived a tiny squirrel named Sammy. Sammy was a young squirrel, always full of energy, scampering from branch to branch, collecting acorns, and playing in the soft, golden sunlight. Sammy was known throughout the forest for his courage, even though he was one of the smallest animals around. One evening, just as the sun was setting behind the trees, dark clouds began to gather in the sky. The wind started to howl, and soon, heavy raindrops began to fall. A fierce storm had arrived, and the forest animals began to hurry to their homes to take shelter. Sammy, however, was still out in the open, collecting acorns for the winter. As the wind grew stronger and the rain fell harder, Sammy realized that he was too far from his tree home to reach it safely. The forest, which usually felt so warm and inviting, now seemed dark and scary. "I don't know if I can make it back," Sammy thought, his little heart pounding in his chest. "The storm is too strong, and the trees are swaying so much. What if I get lost?" But just as Sammy was about to give up, he heard a soft voice calling his name. It was his mother, calling from the safety of their tree home. "Sammy, come here quickly," she called. "You're too far from home. Come, I'll show you the way." Sammy's mother had always been a source of comfort and wisdom, and hearing her voice gave him the courage to keep going. He scampered through the forest, his tiny paws slipping on the wet ground. The trees swayed violently, and the rain pelted his fur, but Sammy pressed on. As he made his way through the storm, he came across several animals who were also caught in the rain. A rabbit was huddling under a bush, shivering from the cold, and a family of birds were struggling to keep their nests from getting soaked. Without thinking twice, Sammy ran to the rabbit and offered to help guide her to shelter. "Come with me," he said. "We can find a safer place together." Next, Sammy spotted the birds. Their feathers were wet, and they seemed frightened by the storm. Sammy, brave as always, told them, "Follow me. I'll lead you to my tree where you'll be safe from the storm." One by one, Sammy helped the animals find shelter. They all followed him through the storm, trusting in his bravery and determination. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Sammy and the others made it safely to the home of Sammy's family, high in the branches of a sturdy oak tree. Sammy's mother was waiting for them with a warm smile. "You did it, Sammy. You've shown great courage, not only by helping yourself, but by helping others in need." The storm raged on through the night, but inside Sammy's home, everyone was safe and warm. Sammy snuggled up in his cozy nest, surrounded by his family and new friends. He realized that bravery wasn't about being the biggest or the strongest. It was about helping others, even when you're afraid. And so, from that night on, Sammy was known not just for his bravery, but for his kindness and willingness to help others, no matter the storm.